This is Waterfowling, Nebraska. I'm Jeff Rawlinson with the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission, and this tip is concealing the pond blind. When you start out with a pond blind, of course, you're dealing with wood, and wood tends to stand out like a sore thumb on the edge of a pond or a lake or what have you, so you need to start with concealment layers and think in terms of layers. Your first effort is a base layer of paint, something that a drab color that'll kind of help the blind blend in to the native surroundings. Then I like to come back with a layer of this leafaflage or army leaf pattern that I drape over the blind and just use a simple staple gun to anchor it to the wood all around the blind. And that gives the blind quite a bit of good concealment, and it also becomes the pockets for which you're going to put all the different vegetation from around the area, what I call feathering the blind, or feather it in better to the area. Feathering just involves taking native vegetation and sticking it all around the edges of the blind. And of course your goal is to break up the edges, soften the blind, and give it a more natural look. The whole point of this is for when ducks or geese come into the area, they don't focus on the blind. One last thing I like to do with a pond blind is I like to go out and grab some cedar trees from around the area and just use stakes, stake those cedar trees in the ground around the blind. And what that does is it helps take some of the focus on that big bump you've just put out there along the pond. Another nice thing about the cedar trees around the blind is they outline your trail to and from the blind and to and from the pond, so you're not matting down vegetation around the blind when working decoys or picking up ducks and so forth. You can't always control the weather, you can't control the birds, but you do have control over the blind and how well you conceal it.